Welcome to meditation. I want to share with you actually one of my favorite styles of meditation, and that is reflection and contemplation. What I mean by that is there's kind of this study, svadhyaya would be the Sanskrit word, that is part of our yoga practice of introspection and diving into what is here. We balance the internal inquiry, meaning getting to know thyself, with an external or expert guide, the study of texts, of spiritual, ancient, and modern texts. When we put them together, we get to bring together the two sides of svadhyaya, of study, and specifically using texts, ancient and or modern, or even the combination of the two, to help guide that introspection is one of my favorite techniques and styles of meditation. So today's meditation practice is going to look at specifically the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, and it's chapter 2, verse 78. So I'm going to read it, and then we're going to revisit each segment of this scripture to deepen our own inner study. This translation comes from Darren Main's text, Yoga and the Path of the Urban Mystic. From the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Find your comfortable seat, nice tall spine, open belly and stacked vertebra in order to enable prana, breath, to make its way in and out of the body. These are the indicators of success in Hatha Yoga: leanness of body, clearness of face, distinctness of voice, very clear eyes, health, understanding of Om, lighting of the digestive fire, and purity of the nadis. Now, there's not necessarily one of these that would naturally begin this evolution, this process of inquiry. So we'll follow them in line of their listed orientation. In other words, find the breath and consider first this description of indications or indicators of success in Hatha Yoga. Indicators of success. Evidence of progress, evidence of accuracy, of rightness, not in terms of right and wrong, but in terms of alignment, agreement, consistency. Evidence of success. Consider leanness of body. What does that mean for you in body, in breath, in mind? What does leanness of body mean for you today? Does your practice of yoga, as you define it, as you execute it, does it contribute to a leanness of body? Clearness of face. What does clearness of face mean to you? face, a face. Distinctness of voice. Distinctness. The uniqueness, the clarity, the power of the Vishuddha chakra, the speaking of our truth, perhaps. Has yoga helped you develop the distinctness of voice? Very clear eyes. What is your understanding, your experience with very clear eyes? Some will say the eyes are the windows to the soul. Do your eyes reflect clearly the Atman, the soul, that innermost spirit of divine purity? Has your practice helped cultivate very clear eyes? Health. Has your yoga practice? How does your yoga practice improve your health? Yoga practice is said to help our understanding of Om, the universal sound Om. How does your practice help you deepen and enhance your understanding of Om, of the sound of the universe. Hatha yoga is said to be successful when it ignites the digestive fire. The digestive fire of the Manipura chakra, the solar plexus, the city of jewels that is not only our emotional digestive system, but also obviously our dietary digestive, to take in, process, and eliminate what is not needed for our body to live well. How does your yoga practice enhance your digestive fire to absorb, to transform, to digest that which you've received into your experience? Purity of the nadis, an indicator of our success in the Hatha yoga practice, the posture practice, is a clear path between energy centers, the channels, the nadis that travel the highways and the byways of our body, both in gross physical form and in energetic or subtle body form. Not just the main channel, the Sushumna that travels up the spine, or its interweaving complements of the Ida and the Pingala, but all of the energy channels from fingertip to fingertip, from the very tip of our scalp down to the end of our toes and everything in between. How is your practice helping you to clear out the wounds, the stories, the junk, the myths, the self-sabotaging behaviors and attitudes that have gotten stuck, not released, not digested? Are the channels clear and open to the flow of prana? These are the indicators of success in Hatha yoga. Leanness of body, clearness of face, distinctness of voice, very clear eyes, health, understanding of Om, lighting of the digestive fire, and purity of the nadis. The study begins when we engage our intention to be fully immersed or in attention with the study itself. And then the practice of action is the culmination of that introspection. So as we conclude our meditation practice, let's begin again the actions of living, knowing that this study itself can be revisited. And upon each revisit, perhaps we will dive a little deeper, see a little more clearly, open a little more freely to the truth that lives within and grows with us as we study the scriptures and our truth and ourself. Bring your hands together at your heart, take in a breath and let it out with a sigh. The practice of yoga is not a destination. It is, in fact, the journey of being in process, inquiry, and study to put into practice imperfectly, repeatedly, in the hopes of finding greater access to alignment and ease. May you breathe deeply and move freely. May you labor lovingly and live vibrantly. Namaste.